Cold Island is a My Singing Monsters island brought back into the limelight thanks to TikTok media, many being introduced to it through this verse. Let's talk about it. According to the MSM Wiki, Cold Island was released alongside My Singing Monsters as a whole, meaning that when players got acquainted with Plant Island, they would then be able to get Cold Island and get introduced to that island, its new monsters, and most importantly, its new song. Speaking of this, I'm mostly going to be talking about this song under the perspective that it lacks these monsters. What Cold Island does is it takes Plant Island, which at its previous state lacked strong theming besides its concept, that being singing monsters, a strong theme, a darker winter wonderland. This is established with wintry background elements, a timpani piano, and strings. A conga and castanets of a harsher, sharper variety almost give a character of icicles dropping, helping to create a darker theme. The vocals are also great. They all feel soulful, yet they don't want to be there. Tweedle and Dandy Doo start out the song, almost like they are playing a charade of happiness. The song also uses an ostinato very well, reminiscent of the Carol of the Bells, or Christmas is Here. And then, finally, the song has a twist, with a very electronic, fast-paced, almost hip-hop drums in the chorus. Now that's great, but it can also be expanded upon. How is this done? With epic dubstep and vocals! With actual words! The song goes from having a lot of anticipation to a climax, to what I would describe as a very dynamic song. It goes from 1 to 100 and keeps on finding new ways to be dynamic. The song feels classical, then introducing dubstep rap, then to rock classical with an electronic flair bringing back the dubstep midway. Then there's this really tense, off-putting verse with epic wubbox and wordos. Yet it feels right. It feels painful, but purposefully so. It's truly creative, with a very simple outro. But then, it brings back that painful chorus with a really good trombone sound that is very loud, yet brings everything together. There's the dipsters, which provide a lovely accompaniment. They kind of just play alongside things, kind of like bowgart. I also want to mention I like how in the soundtrack, the bass ties things together, and that there's an outro with Twalker singing with a vinyl effect over. So, Cold Island. What does it get? It gets an S tier, obviously. It's a well-made song in almost every rendition that's made, and any flaws are so minuscule. I feel they aren't worth talking about.